And somebody was asking about selling masks in my store. It's done by highly requested because people in this world are forced to wear a mask or whatever. They're saying people are telling me in email and chats and messages that their boss called them and said, "Don't bother coming in unless you're wearing a mask. You cannot work here unless you wear a mask." So there are people in situations that I'm not personally in.
Wait, you sell masks, Brian? You sell masks?
Yes.
I would never sell masks. I mean, that's insane. I didn't know you sell masks.
It's a free market. I'm not even against people who wear masks.
Is it a free market? It's a free market now. I would say it's not very free this year because of the lockdowns.
Well, there's always freedom in a market. An unapologetic apologist says, Brian, you have called mask ritualistic shame muzzle. You've referred to them as talismans. Well, I didn't. The Cat Dog Cat Corporation did. And you sell them. Again, you're a hypocrite. Let me just make it clear, okay, guys? It was requested that I do this. I put out a post on Twitter saying, hey, people are requesting that I do these masks because if they're going to wear a mask, they want to wear a message. They want to have a message. And I said, hey, is this consistent with the free market and letting people do what they want to do? And in the spirit of not coercing somebody, and almost everybody said unanimously, yeah, no problem with it. There's nothing in and of itself wrong with wearing a mask. Specifically, people who need to take subways away from or to work, people who have to go to work. I don't force people to do anything. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to do it. So it was done by request. If you guys think it's wrong, put it in the comments and I'll consider taking them out. It doesn't matter to me. One of the things that I do want to highlight about that debate, and I tried to find it on the internet, I couldn't find it. Maybe it's on my BitChute, because the channel that I did that on was terminated. I don't know if it's on his channel, but one of the highlights of that was during the course of the debate, he tried to get me by saying, you're selling masks in your spreadshirt store, which was news to me because I went out of my way. At the time, I had about 70 items in the store. Now there's over 100, but I painstakingly went through and clicked off the items that I didn't want to be sold. One of those was the ritualistic shame muzzles. Well, he brought to my attention that it was an option on there. So what it is people can take your design and they can put it on any item they want to in the store. I called Spreadshirt customer service. They said, yeah, there's an option for you to take it off. But at the end of the day, when the customer comes to Spreadshirt, they can take your design in your store and put it on any item, whether you offer that item or not. And one of those was the ritualistic shame muzzles. Anyway, I think that's the embarrassment part of it, because basically I took him to task for still voting for and I just said, when he said you were selling ritualistic shame muzzles during the COVID 1984 thing, I just said that's not true. I did a video on it. I had called the Spreadshirt company and I said, hey man, I went out of my way to make sure I didn't sell this. What is up? And she said, basically, we're selling your design. You're selling your design on our platform. And when a customer comes in and uses our platform, they can put your design on whatever article, mug, coffee cup, pillowcase, ritualistic shame muzzle, anything. They choose what they want. And we don't limit them, because if we limit them, then we're cutting off our nose in spite of our face. So no, it's entirely not true that I was selling that, even though when Anomaly confronted me on that during that live stream, it caught me off guard. I'm like, what? You can actually go to my store, and then people were screenshotting and say like, look, this is from the HighImpactFlix store. Look, you can get it. And it's like, yeah, you can, but I wasn't offering it. And even if I was, there's nothing wrong in the free market with offering a message on that ritualistic shame muzzle, even if you're against wearing ritualistic shame muzzles. So it's crazy. All right, truth fears no scrutiny. And if you're going to have a news outlet or a news show or a news channel on YouTube or some other social media outlet, you better be damn sure you're telling the truth. And if you don't tell the truth, and let's say you thought you were telling the truth, and then somebody catches you on that or checks you on that, then it's your job, it's your responsibility, it's your obligation to the general public to come out and say, you know what, you're absolutely right. I was wrong about that.